What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm back here at Gettle Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Punta Gorda, Florida, checking out this brand new 2025 Ram 1500 series. Now, there's slight changes on the exterior. The biggest differences are actually underneath the hood, and today I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check it out as far as the design, powertrain, technology, and the test drive. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel. Give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell notification ring bell. Now let's get back to this. Several different trim levels are available for 2025 Laramie, including the brand new one right at the top of the line. It's called the Tungsten. This particular one is the Laramie trim. It's sort of middle of the line. We're going to take a look in detail of what this one has. It has been upgraded with a sport appearance package, so you have slightly different hood with this big bulge right here in the middle, some plastic trim pieces. There are no functionality to them, but they add to the look of this vehicle definitely. As far as the headlamps, you have the LED reflector lights with the LED turn signals and daytime running lights. Scrolling down here, you have a set of fog lamps as well. This one also have this chrome ram right here in the middle, front view camera and piano black grille. Nothing too crazy about this. You have some open spaces to let the air go in to help with cooling of this brand new power plant. That's the biggest difference. Let's check it out. For 2025 model year, Ram ditches the V8, so no longer V8 is available. Now we have three different six-cylinder options. For the base trim levels, we have the 3.6-liter Pentastar. For the higher trims, we have either this, which is the inline six 3-liter twin turbocharged engine producing 420 horsepower and 469 foot-pounds of torque, or you can get a high output version of it producing 550 horsepower and about 520 foot-pounds of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now, certain trim levels are available in the 4- and 2-wheel drive, and some of them are available in 4-wheel drive only. We have the 4x4 on this particular one. And right here on the side, as you can see, it hasn't really changed from 2024 model year. This is the fairly standard configuration. This is the crew cab with a 5'7" box on it. So let's talk about the size. 232.9 inches is the length of it. We have the height of over 77 inches and just over 82 inches is the length of this vehicle. It weighs 6,900 pounds. Now let's talk about the wheel and tires. This particular one has the 20-inch dual color alloy wheels. We have the Bridgestone dualer tires with the 255 by 55 is the size of them. As far as the suspension, we have the independent suspension in the front, multi-link suspension in the back with the coilovers. Kind of make a difference in the ride quality when you're driving it. It probably sacrifices a little bit as far as the payload and the towing capacity, which we're going to talk next, because this is one of the biggest mysteries that Ram doesn't want people to know. Now, on the Chevy, if you open the door, it will say that this particular truck can tow up to X amount of pounds, and it has a payload of X amount of pounds. I couldn't find that sticker here. I looked in this quick guide and the owner's manual. I couldn't find anything but the maximum towing and the maximum payload. So the maximum payload says it's 1,340, but then in parentheses with a little star, it says that it's only for the basic configuration. So I hope there are some Ram dealers or Ram owners that are watching this video and have some real numbers. Don't be shy. Put them in the comment section below. I know it's going to help a lot of people making their buying decision. The same thing with the towing capacity. It can tow up to 11,000 pounds with properly equipped. So this one has the towing package, right? So the towing package includes those big mirrors. They're illuminated. They have the turn signals in here. They have the blind spot. They're heated as well. And then you have the class 4 tow hitch. You have the 4 and 7 pin connector. And we don't really know how much this Laramie can tow, because I can find it anywhere. But as far as the gas tank, we have the smaller one. There's two different sizes of gas tanks available. 26 gallon is the smaller one, 33 gallon is the bigger one. If you need that more range, and it's available on the model that you're looking for, you can definitely go for that. And right here in the back, starting right at the bottom, you can see that Class 4 tow hitch. You have the dual exhaust. You also have the 4 and 7 pin connector ram and the chrome. Laramie on one side, 4x4 on the other side. You have the rear view camera that's built into the door handle, soft open gate, no spray on bed liner or no bed liner of any kind in this particular one. If you go up here, you can see that in the cab itself, you have the piece of glass that slides open. You also have a little bit more of illumination. And in the bed itself, the only option that I can see is the illumination for the cargo space. Close this up, take a look at the taillights. So we have kind of a combination of taillights. Right around here you have the LEDs, but right on the inside you have the incandescent light bulbs on here. And let's take a look on the interior of this Ram 1500, starting with the rear door panels. Look how luxurious it is. You have the leather wrapping over here, you have this faux wood trim, you have the soft material here, and of course you have the regular functionality. You have the door handle and the window control, speakers at the bottom here. Now you have the seating for 3 people, flat floor, so no shortage of room here. You have the 2 big speakers right on top. This is the glass that slides open right here in the middle. And of course, if you don't have 3 passengers, you can fold this down to create this armrest / console with the cup holders and extra storage. Looking pretty good. I also like the seats itself. So you have some suede leather contrast stitching, really nice, sturdy looking as well. And then here you have the USB Type-C, USB Type-A, regular 115 400 watt power outlet, and the heated seats, heated outboard seats. And both of the seats, driver and passenger, have some seat back pocket storage in the back. Plenty of room here in the back. Now this seat is pushed almost all the way back. I still have about 2 inches in front of my knees. I'm almost 6 feet tall. Plenty of headroom, plenty of shoulder room, no shortage of room here. Of course, before we get inside, let's take a listen to the sound of the closing door on this one. Boom, nice and solid. Now on the interior, you have the same features as in the back, of course, with the addition of 2 memory seat settings. Bunch of controls for your window, mirror, foldable mirrors, your lights, and then you have some more storage down here at the bottom. You have a speaker. That's where you can control your lights. Here's your dimmer. You can adjust your pedals. This is your electronic parking brake, and then you have the release for the hood. Now as far as the driver and passenger seat, both of them have power adjustment. This is the 8-way power adjustments on the driver's seat. If you go for the tungsten model, you get like 22 adjustments with the massage seat, so that's going to be fun to take a look at. Laramie nicely embroidered right here in the middle. Overall, very nice, comfortable, durable seat. You have some suede, you have some perforated solid leather, some contrast stitching, tubing, etc. And of course, the steering wheel is tilt and telescoping. Let me jump inside, I'll show you the rest of this interior. Yeah, let's check this out, guys. This is one of the best looking pickup trucks in my opinion, as far as the design of it. Right here, look at this dashboard. This is nicely wrapped. I don't think it's leather, but it's a leather looking like material. Then you have Laramie on the side. You have one glove box, then you have one at the bottom where the normally is. Then you have the Alpine stereo, a little bit more storage in here. You also have your 12-volt power outlet RAM, and then no head-up display on this one. I think you have to go with a higher trim level, and then go and take a look at the steering wheel. The steering wheel is nice, it's the right size, leather wrapped. You have some stitching on the inside. Of course, RAM in the middle and a bunch of buttons on the side. So you have the up and down on OK, that controls what's going on in the middle of the instrument cluster. Here's your different drive modes. We'll go through that. I'll show you what's available. And on the other side, we have the cruise control, the adaptive cruise control. That's where you can, set up the gap between you and the car in front of you. You have the gear limit. I think this is for towing, if I'm not mistaken. But let's take a look at this instrument cluster. So combination of analog and digital. I really like this one. So on the right hand side, you have the speedometer and the fuel gauge. Left hand side, tachometer and the temperature. And this in the middle, that's where you can see a whole bunch of features on it. So this is your audio, trip info. You have your vehicle information. Then we can go side to side to show you even more info on that as far as the idle, drive, total. 71 mile range, 7.1 average miles per gallon. Now this is a good time to talk about the gas mileage, because we have 19 as a combined, 17 in the city, 24 in the expressway. Not bad for a vehicle this size, especially with this new inline six. Now we have the temperature for all the coolant, trans, oil pressure, and then separately we can display that as well. So a lot of different features that you can see here. Now we have the adaptive cruise control. You can put your speedometer in here, and then we'll go back to settings. Now you can hit OK to enter screen setup, and you can basically customize it, see what's going on in the upper left, upper center, defaults, etc. I'm going to exit this. I'm not going to mess around with it, but just to let you know, there's tons of customization in here. Moving on. Oh, drive modes. One of the other things that I didn't show you this. So you have the snow, tow, sport, off-road, auto, and back to snow. So here's your drive modes. Basically, that displays of where you at, and the displays of right now it says off-road mode, traction control off. We have the four-wheel drive auto, off-road use, etc. So several different drive modes that are pre-configured for you for the type of driving that you do. Here's your sport. Takes a moment for the animation to kick in, but it's there. On the right hand side of the steering wheel, you have the start stop button for the engine. That's where you control whether it's a four-wheel drive. So we have the four-wheel drive auto right now, but you can set it up for four-wheel drive high, low, and you can put it in the two-wheel drive as well. And you can turn off that automatic start stop engine button here, and here is your 12-inch screen. Really good looking. I like the Uconnect 5. You know, it has tons of customization in here. So let's take a look. Now let's go to the home screen, which is right at the bottom. Now it's dimmed. Let's turn off the lights. There you go. We don't need the lights here, making it nice and bright. So right here on top you have the map, and if you want to make it full screen, there you go. Here's your full screen map. This is built into the vehicle, but if you don't want to use this one, you can use your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, their wireless connection for either or. Back to the home screen. Here's your audio. Now we have the Alpine stereo. It sounds good. Unfortunately, I can't show it to you because of the YouTube copyright policies, but you have the Sirius XM, and then you have the regular sources, FM and AM as far as the radio, plus of course your media. Comfort, this is your climate control. It turns this on, slide it up to get the temperature up or down. This is the different vent settings, and then you have the heated, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and then you have the max AC, front and rear as far as the window defroster and defogger, and then you have the air recirculating button. Here's your phone section. No phones have been paired. Mirror dimmer, vehicle cameras. Let's take a look. Now we have the rear view camera. That's how it looks like. Put it in reverse. There you go. Trajectory lines. Look how nice and vivid it is. It's got everything that you need. If you get the higher trim levels, you get the 360, but this is big enough, I think. So let's put it back in park. So this is your favorite camera system, but unfortunately we only have one. So towing and trailers, controls, mirror, and settings. Display, my profile, safety, clock and date, different apps, Alexa, device manager, and you have your navigation system. So tons of customization. If you don't like to use the on-screen climate control, you also have the hard buttons here on the side. Temperature up, down, fan control, auto mode, and then on the other side you have the shortcuts for the front window defogger, rear window defroster, etc. Here's your volume for the audio, and the power button, tune and scroll. On the other side you have adjust the gain for your trailer. Trailer steering on, you push to center, so it has the adjustments for the trailer as well. Of course, if you have the trailer available with this, right, the parking sensors, front off, rear off, traction control off. Down here at the bottom, you have the USB Type-C, USB Type-A, auxiliary, wireless charging, tons of storage. There's another power outlet down here at the bottom. You can close that up by moving these cup holders and an additional tray here. And here, look at this. I mean, literally, you can like fit your cooler down here if you wanted to. But if you also wanted to open just the top portion here, you can store like your phone, some electronics, maybe wallet. It's really nice. Okay, no sunroof on this particular one. Right on top, we have the opening for that rear glass, the sliding glass in the cab, then the light controls, and you press it twice to open the gate. Now you have the HomeLink system and illuminated mirrors. This is the interior of this 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie. I'm really excited to see how it drives with this new engine. So for 2025, we have 8 different trim levels. I'm going to use the website so I don't make any mistakes. Starting at Tradesman Quad Cab 4x2, 6.4 box, basically a work truck, $40,275. Then we have the Tradesman HFE Quad Cab 4x2, 6.4 box at $41,660. Then we're starting with the regular ones, Bighorn $45,180, Laramie $60,030. Then we have the Rebel, which comes standard with the 4-wheel drive, $64,490. Same thing for a limited 4-wheel drive standard, $79,865. Limited Longhorn $76,445, also 4-wheel drive standard. And then we have the newest trim level Tungsten at $87,320. Let's talk about the engines. Base engine, the 3.6 liter Pentastar is only available on the lowest trim levels. With the Laramie, this is the only engine available. If you go for the higher trim levels, you can also pick that high output inline 6 twin turbocharged 3 liter engine, and that's going to give you that 550 horsepower. But let's talk about it, because this Hurricane engine is replacing the Hemi that we had, the V8 Hemi that we had in the last generation. That V8 produced 395 horsepower even with the lower configuration, right? With the standard output, we have 420 horsepower, and with the high output, we have 550 horsepower. So both of them are more powerful. They also have more torque than the outgoing V8. They also have the better gas mileage. So I think this is the right choice, especially that if you're looking for some of the other domestic competitors, their base engines are 4-cylinder. So at least we have the inline 6. I think this is the right choice for Ram. I'm gonna do some testing here in this parking lot, and we're gonna take it out the road. I'm gonna check out the turning radius here, but I don't expect miracles as far as the 232 inches in depth. I'm gonna tell you, it's not bad. It is a big truck, so don't get me wrong. If you're looking for a turning radius of Toyota Yaris, this is not gonna happen. And as far as the suspension, of course, it's hard to test it out just on the regular parking lot, but there is some body roll, but it's not bad here as well. Turning, and a little off the line acceleration here. Wow, it is 6,900 pounds as far as the weight of this vehicle, and it pulls it really nicely. There are 2 small turbos in the standard output with 420 horsepower. It definitely moves, so no shortage of power here. And we're gonna stop right here, right at the stop sign, let everybody go through. And we're gonna check out the acceleration from standstill. Get it up to 60 in no time. So this inline 6 twin turbocharged definitely has no issues propelling this vehicle quickly. This is 6,900 pounds, and we have the standard output, not the high output. The high output's going to be really fast, I think. That's probably why they're getting rid of the TRX, because 550 horsepower is probably enough. But, you know, as far as the comfort of this vehicle, it is big, right? So once you adjust your seats, you know, you sit nice and comfortable, you sit up higher, you have this huge windshield. The towing mirrors is not my thing. I'm not a big towing guy, so I'm not used to it. I know they have like several different viewing positions where you can see what's going on behind you, as well as something that's more focused on the towing, you know, so there's 2 different sections, and they're huge too. To me, they're a little obstructive, but if you're using it for towing, they're definitely helpful. Also, one thing, you don't see the front end front of this vehicle, and this bulge, this fake trim that's on the hood here kind of gets in the way. So I mean, keep that in mind. So this is a long vehicle, 232.9, so almost 230 inches, almost 20 feet long. Not small, right? So just keep that in mind when you're switching, especially if you are going from a sedan to a truck like this. But as far as the comfort, no issues. I like the seats. I like how comfortable they are. I like the interior, the electronics. The engine seems good. I mean, this is a new engine that was introduced for the Wagoneers last year. This is the first time that Ram puts it in the 1500 series pickup truck. Hopefully it's gonna work out great as far as the durability and dependability, but time will tell on that. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I hope you learned one or two things. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on that bell notification ring bell, and give me a like. See you in my next video. Cheers.